Parents find their disappeared daughter unconscious in an abandoned building near graveyard. She was seen being carried away by a man, but to what end? The Princetons were the perfect family. At least that's what people thought about them. It's what they showed the world. Ella, the loving wife, Steve, the proud husband, and Sarah, their cute daughter, a family united in everything. Within closed doors, though, the Princetons were not so united. Their daughter Sarah was 14 years old, and she had a lot of ideas on how she needed to live her life. Naturally, this led to a lot of disputes with her parents, but they never let it be known outside, lest their child is tagged wayward and rude, a direct opposite to their own perfect virtues. Despite all that, Sarah loved her parents, and the display of kindness she showed out in public was not acting at all. It was quite sincere. A month before Sarah clocked 15, her parents discovered that she'd skipped out on dance school. Her teacher, Ted Jones, gave her away. "Hello, Mr. Princeton," Jones said over the phone on one Saturday. "Your child's been absent from dance class for quite some time now, so I wanted to know why you withdrew such a talented child." "What do you mean?" Steve Princeton asked. After hearing the details, the furious father apologized for his daughter's truancy, and his modesty melted the icy anger of the furious teacher, who felt disrespected. After all, he had initially refused to teach the child. "I hear that some students have seen her hanging out at the graveyard 2 streets down. My advice is that you find out exactly what's going on," Jones said before hanging up. Steve immediately narrated what happened to his wife, and with one mind, they made their way over to Sarah's room to confront her. "You're banned from leaving this house until further notice, young lady," her father said. Sarah spent the whole of that day under house arrest, but the next morning her parents couldn't find her at home. She had disappeared. They were out searching for her when they got a tip from a saleswoman from a supermarket who said that she saw a man was carrying a girl that looked like Sarah towards the abandoned house near the graveyard. Steve and Ella panicked when they heard that, and they quickly rushed to the scene, worried about her safety. When they entered that building, they immediately saw Sarah lying unconscious, cocooned in torn, dirty blankets. "Oh my God, wake up, Sarah! What did he do to you?" Ella cried. "Hush, someone's coming," Steve said before covering her mouth and forcing her to crouch. "Call the police," he whispered, while he kept his eye on the man who had just entered the building. The man held tea and sandwiches in his hands, but Sarah's father jumped in with questions. "Who are you? Why do you have our daughter? Who put you up to this?" The man raised his hand and said, "Enough of those questions. My name's John, and I've only known Sarah for a few months. She started coming to me nearly every day after school to bring me some food and warm clothes." "That doesn't explain why you have our daughter," Ella said, getting bold as siren screams started to reach her ears. "Last night I was returning here when I saw Sarah lying unconscious. It seemed she had been on her way here, so I thought that she took a bad fall. So I decided to bring her inside to keep her warm because it's very cold outside." "Why didn't you just take her to the hospital?" Steve asked as the first cruiser stopped outside the building. "I was afraid of being accused of doing something to her. She's been taking care of me for the past few months, so I couldn't help but take care of her in this situation." When Sarah woke up, she confirmed all his words as true. "I've been trying to practice dancing while walking, but I made a mistake and hit my head on the way down," she told her parents. "John had nothing to do with it." She'd been left out in the cold like that for several minutes when he found her. Any later, and we would be telling a different story right now, the doctor who treated her told them. The Princetons couldn't believe what had almost happened and were very thankful. Sarah's father, an affluent businessman, decided to show his gratitude by improving the homeless man's station. "Thank you for saving my daughter," Steve said. "I'd like to do something for you in return. Just name it." "Food in my belly and a roof over my head is all I can ever need, sir," John said, too modest to ask for more. Impressed with his modesty, Steve said, "I have a new warehouse where children's toys are being stored for later retrieval. Do you think you can help me watch over it like a security guard?" The question floored John, but he managed to respond positively, after which Steve made him shake on it. That same night, he joined them for a family dinner, and that didn't stop, even in the future. What did we learn from this story? Modesty can overturn anger. When Ted Jones called Steve Princeton to report his daughter, the teacher was angry. However, Steve's modesty and quickness to apologize helped defuse that bomb and also got him valuable information. One good turn deserves another. Sarah was very good to John, which is why he chose to help her when he found her passed out on the street. It could have been incriminating for him, but he helped anyway, and it eventually paid off. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and check out our website, jojostories.com, for more jaw-dropping content. We're pretty sure you'll enjoy it.